Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be cash stuffing for the first week in September. So let's just jump right in. I've got my weekly wallet here and we'll fire off with this. These are my new fall inserts that I made. So I'm starting to sell these on my shop. It's a vellum insert that are fully customizable, and then these are envelopes that I got from a manufacturer. So these are crafted in a factory. They're super sturdy, and then the inserts, they're just a vellum, and I thought that this was so gorgeous for fall. I think what I'm going to do is do seasonal. I get really bored with my stuff, so I think if I change this out every couple of months, it'll keep me, I don't know, interested in this. I just need to figure out what I want to put in this little bit here. Let me just move this back slightly. Okay, so as per usual, groceries will be getting 200. So how's everyone's week been? I'm filming this on Friday. It probably won't go up until Sunday. I don't know what's going on. Anyone else that does YouTube is taking, I think my last video took 24 hours to upload. It's really slow. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it's just taking a day and an age. So whatever you guys get up to this weekend, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Gas, let me just look. I've got my computer ahead of me. Gas, I'm only giving 10 to this week. I've still got over a half tank of gas left. I haven't really been many places this week, so we'll just do 10 for that. Spending is getting, as usual, 30, and this is my spending money for the week. My husband keeps all his stuff in his bank account. He likes to use his card. Nelly is getting 25. I'm cash stuffing mine and Nelly's, and I already know I've spent that. I went to the shops this morning, I got her a book and I got me a Tarte lip oil. So I'm stuffing this. I put it on my card and I'm just going to have to unstuff it. But I really wanted to go there this morning and then film in this afternoon. Coffee will be getting 10. So it now has 20. Someone asked on my TikTok, I've got a coffee envelope and then I've got a Dunkin' envelope. So coffee is for my K-cups, for my Keurig that I get off Amazon, and Dunkin' is for my one Dunkin', which I just realised, oh, I didn't allocate myself any money for this week. That's sad. Okay, that's fine. Coffee, we'll just do our Keurig this week. So Duncan isn't getting anything. Nails is getting its usual 25, is it? No, it's not. It's only getting 20. I got a 25 off dollar voucher last week, so I'm kind of ahead for my nails. So 70 is in nails. And buffer is getting 5. Okay, so that is the wallet ready for the week. So next, where will we go? We'll just go into sinking funds. I think that's next on my, I've got my computer off to the side, so that's next on my sheet here. So this is sinking funds. So family will be getting 5. I definitely know, I need to update a couple of these trackers, and I didn't round them off, so I'll need to come back and do that later. I just like things like this being rounded because it makes it easier to get in and out. Okay. So family fun now has 2035. Cleaning is getting 5. So it now has 20. I tried really hard not to dip into this, but I had to get an didn't have to yet, but I really wanted to deep clean my washing machine, and I got like a grout brush to go. We've got a front loader in between the rubber, so I got that, and then Dawn dish soap, and I had to pull, which is fine. 10, 15, 20. Home decor, which I also had to pull from this week, is getting 5. My cats, one of them got stuck in my bathroom. I don't know how this happened, and she peed on our shower mat. Well, I say she, but it might have been my boy. I don't actually know which one was stuck in there. My husband must have let one of them out, whoever it was, and then when I went in that night I could smell, anyone that's got cats knows the smell of cat pee, but apparently my husband couldn't smell it. I mean, that smell is potent, I don't understand that, but anyway, I had to get a new shower mat, so I just went and got one from Target. Crafts, we'll be getting 10. So in crafts, we now have 20, 30, 5. I actually pulled out 10. I got something exciting, which you'll see later on. Exciting for me. You'll see later on in the binders. Diapers, I think, is getting 10. Yes. So diapers now has 20, 30, 40, 50. Nelly May. I should have done that on video. I just emptied my wallet, so she had money left over, which I just added into her envelope. So she gets 5 in this one. So she has her weekly allowance. She's 18 months old, but she has her weekly amount, and then this is for really clothes and stuff. So anything that's left over from her weekly that we don't spend gets rolled over onto here. And I like to use the weekly stuff for, like today I bought her 2 books, just books, or like if she sees a little toy, she's obsessed with like cuddly toys. But books is something that I try and read to her a lot. Spending, so this is my separate spending, and this also gets 5. So I now have 10, 20, 5. Angel, who is my husband, I'll be getting 5. So 20, 25, 30. Okay, so this is the 52 Circle Challenge by Melina over at the Millennial Dollar. Let me just grab. Okay, so we are stuffing $4 this week. And you totally don't have to use the little stickers. I'm just extra. Anytime I can add a little bit of gold chrome, I do. So we are adding 4. Oh, Sugar Lily. I don't have a tracker for in here. Just make one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All the right way. Right, so this now has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that is our sinking funds. Next, swap binders around, and I've added a couple more in. Have I? Yeah, I'll just talk it through as I get to it. So anyway, this is now the kids, the older girls. This is their binder, and we are starting with Adriana. Right. Okay, so I'm going to round off quickly because her envelope's quite full, and I know if I don't round it, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay, so is getting 15. Right, so we have, these are from the Aesthetic Dollar. I just created some stickers for them. I was using the wet dry erase marker to write them down, and I just hate how it looks. I don't know if it's my writing or it looks faint. I just don't like it. So what I've got is I've created $500 and $1,000 placeholders for these, and then I got these fake notes off Amazon. So for $100 I'm just going to use these. So this is what we're doing now, which I like this, the look of this a lot better. I did have to laminate all of these though, because when I was trying to like count them, the fake money, it wasn't sliding together. So in Adriana, we've got 500 in the bank, and then we have, so 500, 600, 650, 670, 680, 685, 690 all together. And if this is the first time watching one of these videos, Adriana does get more than the other two because this is us saving for her graduation present. She graduates in May next year. This is her last year just now. Haley is getting 10. So she now has 20. So what we typically do, so Adriana's 18, she doesn't pull out of this like she wouldn't pull, because she earns her money, like she has a job, works quite a lot. So the other two are, they're obviously younger. Haley's 14, Navi's just about to turn 13, so they can pull, like if they need something they'll text me, and then I can just either give them the money, or like we went to Cheerleading Worlds at the beginning of the year, so we saved up for that. Things like that, the younger two can pull from here. It's kind of like an allowance for them. Navi is getting 10. This is a real note. I wouldn't take this out and put in the bank just because she might want to spend something the next time that she comes. So we'll just keep it as 100, and then I can use that when she needs it. So she now has 110, 25. Sports is getting 5. So sports now has 20, 25, 30. And school, this is back to school shopping for next year. We'll be getting 5. Okay, I need a new track. I hope you don't mind, I'm just going to do this on camera. So we now have 20, 25, 30. And Epic, Universe, we're saving up to go to, is gang 5. So we now have 50, 60, 65, 70. Everything's just so expensive, I feel like, to do over here. Especially these theme parks. So we had the annual passes when I first moved over here. We put on a credit card. Hence why we're in so much debt. But we got the annual passes for the 5 of us. And if you compare the annual passes versus how many times we were at that park, like, you save so much money. Whereas we're going to Disney in October and it's $200 a ticket. Like, it's just insane. So definitely, if you can afford to do the annual passes and you live here, I think it's worth it, because we went so much. We had the best year. It was so much fun. Okay, next I'm going to go into one of my new binders. I am waiting on, I've got a Vellum dashboard coming from this one, Raylan over at The Remarkable Dollar. I've got these now in all my binders. I love them. I think they're really nice. And I just created this dashboard, just a picture. I think what I need to do, I don't sell this one, I do sell some of them on my shop, but I had to create, this is a different size from the ones that I would use for the tabbed envelopes. I don't know if you can see this, but the tabbed envelopes, I like being able to see the tabs, whereas with these envelopes that I'm using, I don't like to see anything. So I think I need to play about with the sizes and how I sell that. But yeah, I might add this to the shop. Okay, so this is my new month ahead binder. So I've now got all our categories. Again, this is the Vellum insert. This is my most popular font that I sell on my Etsy store. And these are the really sturdy, I love these envelopes. They're like in the middle of the hard ones and the soft ones. They're perfect, they honestly are. And then these are just the Vellum inserts. So this is the new thing that I'm going to be getting up onto my shop. So anyway, we're working on Vivint, which I do not have. Tracker 4. And Vivint, oh no, I just got something in my binder. Vivint is our alarm company. So we are adding 5 to this. So for Vivint, we now have 20, 30, 35, 40. I should probably put our goals. So this one, let me just put 55. What did I just say there? 20, 40. This is what we're saving on just now. Right, high priority. Okay, let me see, what did I give dental? Okay, dental's getting 10, is it? It is. I should have done a month ahead 10. Okay, that's fine. So dental is getting 10. So dental now has 20, 40, 50. Emergency fund is fully funded. We've got 1,000 in our ally account. Christmas, we'll be getting, as usual, 25. Okay, so Christmas now has 500 in the bank, 600, 700, 800, 900, 20, 25, 30. So 930. It's got 900 in the bank and then 30 in cash. Oil change. Oh, I didn't put Christmas back in. Oh, and if anyone's curious, I like to use Ally savings. I just like that because it's got, you can do buckets for Ally. So you can put, like, I've got a Christmas bucket, an HOA bucket, Adriana's graduation bucket. I've got all these different buckets and you can have up to 25, I think. So I just love it for that. And the AP, what's it they call it, APY? Is 3.5%. So it's doing something. Right, oil change. Is getting 5. So oil change now has 20, 30, 35, 40. HOA. Oh, my goodness. This is just a little rounder that I got. I think this one was from Amazon or Hobby Lobby. Can't remember. You get them loads of places. Right, so HOA is getting 10. HOA, if you're not from the US, is Homeowners Association. So it's like a neighborhood fee they charge you for, like, the upkeep of the neighborhood, basically. And ours is yearly. You can get charged monthly or quarterly, but ours is yearly, which is due the end of January. So HOA now has, it's got 100 in the bank, 50, 70, 85. And ours is around 300 a year, which is not bad at all. You get some HOAs here, especially new builds. In like new build construction, you get HOA and CCD, yeah, which can be extortionate. Car registration, oh my goodness. I'm gonna have these little white bits all over in this video. Car reg, so this is for both mine and my husband's car, and these are due next June. So for car reg, we've got 2045. I honestly, see if you're on the fence about cash stuff, and I know it can seem a lot by like going to the bank. Like, I go to the ATM drive-through probably like twice a week to either take cash out, deposit. I mean, for me, the bank's like literally at the end of our road, so it's not far at all. But see if you're on the fence about cash stuff, and just do it and see how you get on with it, because the stress and the amount of anxiety that's taken off my shoulders is insane. It's genuinely changed our life, and I'm just so happy that I found, who was the first person I saw? This all started on, it was on TikTok or something like that. It was Baddies and Budgets. It was Jasmine over at Baddies and Budgets. She was the first person that I really saw talking about this. And then I bought binder from her and kind of a couple of starter things. And that was it. That was a year ago, and now in a year we've paid off just over just over 35,000. Literally just by like cash stuff and following a budget, it really makes you more accountable. 10, 15, 20 in citizenship. I saw somebody that I follow, Willow Budget Shop over on Instagram. She gets comments like, I shouldn't have to spend money to save money sort of thing. And I posted and I was like, it's so worth it to spend a little to just get you set up in a way that's super organized but also really fun. Like, I love doing these videos. It's fun. I love seeing my money grow. I'm not stuffing, this is a new one for co-pays, but I'm not stuffing that this week. So yeah, it's so worth it in my opinion. Okay, so that is high priority. And next, okay, so I just finished this morning. I finished labeling it. This is going to be, I did have a birthday binder, but this is now holidays. So in here we have, honestly, I love this as well, so pretty. So I've got holiday funds here, little dashboard here, and then our categories are birthday, Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, July 4th, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I haven't done Easter, which I'm honestly not sure. Easter over here in this country seems to be like, I don't know how to say this, and I hope I don't offend anyone, but it seems to be taken away from like the point of Easter. It's all about like Easter baskets and the Easter bunny, and anything that we tithe every week anyway, and then we give whenever we can, we give over and above. So I don't really see the point in cash stuffing for, I don't know. It's one that I'm still trying to figure out, especially having a daughter and trying to figure out how to keep the magic of things like Christmas and even like Halloween. It's just hard. So I didn't create one for that, but it's something that I might add in. Anyone that watches this, if you've got any advice on that, like if you cash stuff Easter, what is it used for? Because I feel like if I cash stuff it, I would just feel it in my heart to like give it as extra to the church, which we do whenever we can anyway. So I don't know. Anyway, that was a bit of a ramble. Okay, so very exciting. We are finished Nelly for her birthday, so we're going to be adding $10 to her little birthday fund. So what I'm actually going to do here, anyway, that I went off on a tangent there. I love this binder. I think it's super cute. And I will be adding all of these challenges to my shop. Okay, so Nelly now has 150, 70, 90, 200. I'm going to take that straight out and it's going to go into my bank because her birthday isn't until Christmas. So I'm going to put that into our Ally account. Okay, now we are working on Miss Haley Jade, whose birthday is January. So yeah, I'm going to take that out, put that straight into Ally, and now we are starting afresh with Hayes. Okay, Valentine's. How cute is this? Oh, chocolates. So Valentine's will be getting 5. I'm going to do the trackers off camera. Oh my goodness. Mother's Day is also getting 5. So I tried to pick things when I'm designing that has something that the sticker can go in. I just like using the stickers. I think it's really sweet. Father's Day. Will also be getting 5. July 4th. I'm saying that, but this doesn't have anything, but we'll just put right in the middle. July 4th is also getting 5. So I just made these all $100 challenges. If I finish one and I feel like I want to cash stuff more, then I definitely can do that. Halloween. Is getting 5. Thanksgiving. So Halloween and Thanksgiving, this will probably just keep going for next year because obviously it's super close. I doubt I'll be able to save much before then. So I think these will be more for next year and we'll just work this year's stuff into our budget. I love this one as well. Pumpkin. Has anyone had their pumpkin quickies yet? I went and got one 2 days ago and it was divine. I'm so basic. A pumpkin spice latte. And then this Christmas, I'm just going to keep, for right now, I'm just going to keep our Christmas envelope in our high priority, and then I'll move over to this after Christmas this year. So these are equal to 500. What I'll do with this is just $25 each is usually what we stuff weekly. Once I've filled this up, I'll move on to the next. I'll print another one off. Okay, so that is my new binder. And what I'm going to just do now, if you're still with me, if you made it to the end of this super rambly video, I'm going to just pop, I've got my computer here, so I'm going to be looking at it as I talk through, but I'm going to put an image of our debt tracker that we use, just to give a quick debt update since it's the end of the month. So we started off in September 2024 with $170,195 worth of debt. Now this is including our 2 cars and solar panels, so a big chunk of that money was those 3. So consumer debt, which is what I'm using to describe all our basically credit cards, phone bill, Affirms, Klarna, everything like that, was totaling $35,195. So now, as of today, we just paid off, I got a refund for my car when I refinanced. So I just paid off my husband's last credit card, which was $1,565. So we paid that off and we are now down to $133,861, which is $13,456 in consumer debt. So in total, we have paid off $36,334 in 1 year. So I'm super proud of us. I'm super happy with that number. I know that by next year, this time next year, that number is going to be, basically what I'm doing is the snowball effect. So if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey or you're familiar with these terms, there's 2 ways that you can go when it comes to tackling your debt. You can either do the snowball method or the avalanche method. Now on paper, number wise, the avalanche method makes more sense from a mathematical point of view. You're tackling with the avalanche method, you're tackling the highest interest rate first. So it doesn't have to be the highest, the lowest or the highest monetary amount. It's the highest interest rate and you're working down interest rate. So from a math point of view, that one makes more sense. But from a mindset point of view, for me, we tackled the smallest number first. So we just listed our debts from smallest to largest, and we started from the very bottom and worked our way up. And for me and my mindset and how I work, I like to see I just like to see those little numbers go. That really motivated me, and that's what we're doing. So yeah, we're probably paying more interest long term in the grand scheme of things, but from a mindset point of view, oh my goodness, this has just motivated me so much. So we still have $1,300 left on a Rooms to Go card. Now that is 0% APR until July 2029, right? So math wise, it would make more sense to just leave that one and then tackle on our loan, which is an APR of 19.92. However, my mindset and how I am as a person, I just want that Rooms to Go. So we are going to be working on that next. I've been going back and forth about this, but I've made a decision. I just want to see that number off my spreadsheet, and then we'll focus on the loan. So this loan, 12,156, I've made a plan, and I am going to say this on the internet, keep me accountable. We are going to have that paid off by April of next year. That is when we're going to have that paid off, and then we'll be working on the 3 big loans that we have left. So yeah, that's where we're at. If you're interested in sort of debt, if you're interested in learning more about the snowball effect, the avalanche effect, definitely just go on YouTube and type these things in. Well, I watch a ton of Dave Ramsey. I love him. He gets a lot of slack online for being quite old-fashioned in the things that he says, but from a moral standpoint, I really do agree with a lot of the things that he talks about. So yeah, you can find a lot of this stuff on YouTube, but that is where we're at with that. And I think that is pretty much everything. I am now going to take this money, see if I can condense any of my binders with this. I try and film cash condensing videos and I always muck it up, so I'm just going to do it off camera. And yeah, if you made it to the end, this is a longer video for me, but I really appreciate everyone that has subscribed, everyone that watches, comments. It's so appreciated, and it's just nice to see other people in their journeys and know that we're not all alone, and we've all made really stupid decisions, and you can turn things around. I am proof that you can. So yeah, hope everyone has a lovely Labor Day weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.